Welcome. Today we are continuing with KCSE CRE Paper 1 2014 and we are in question 3A. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Question 3A. The achievements of Solomon as the king of Israel. Solomon built a magnificent temple for God. He brought the Ark of the Covenant to the temple. He promoted trade with neighboring countries that had navy of merchant ships. He initiated building program, that is, he built the city of Megiddo. He also built royal palaces and he fortified the city of Jerusalem. He reorganized the country into districts for effective administration. He established good diplomatic relations with other nations through intermarriages. He settled disputes among people wisely. He composed proverbs. He initiated industrial activities within the kingdom, that is, he exploited copper mines at Edom. He established a strong army of defense. He brought the Ark of the Covenant to the temple. He fortified major cities to ensure security. Question 3b. The importance of the temple in Jerusalem to the Israelites. The temple was a place of worship. It was where major festivals were held. It was used as a treasury, that is also foreign currency exchange. It was a source of unity among the people. It symbolized the presence of God among the people. It was where the people were taught the law. It was used as a residence. It was a place where disputes were settled. It was a place where religious ceremonies were performed. It was a place for pilgrimage for the Jews. 3c. Lessons that modern political leaders in Kenya can learn from King Solomon. Political leaders should ask for wisdom from God to enable them to rule. They should trust in God. They should promote the worship of God. They should rule with justice. They should have diplomatic relations with other countries. They should make good use of national resources. They should protect their nation's territory. Question 4a. Categories of true prophets in the Old Testament. Major prophets. Their messages are elaborate. Minor prophets. They have brief messages. Canonical prophets. They are prophets whose utterances are recorded in books that bear their names. Non-canonical prophets. They are prophets whose messages have been compiled by other authors. Cultic prophets. They are prophets whose duties were associated with places of worship. Early prophets were sent by God for specific tasks. Question 4b. Similarities between the traditional African and true prophets in the Old Testament. Both predicted future events which came to pass. Both acted as mediators between God and the people. Both had supernatural powers to exercise their duties with authority. Both had personal relationship with God. They were religious leaders who could offer sacrifices. Both played an advisory role the political leaders. Both urged their people to be normally upright. They led exemplary lives. In both cases, there were prophets and prophetesses. Question 4C. Challenges which church leaders in Kenya face in their work. Church leaders are rejected. They have rivalry among themselves. They experience discrimination based on gender. There is hypocrisy among church members. Inadequate finances. They encounter language barrier while spreading the word of God. They encounter interpretation of the Bible. There is political interference in their work. Poor infrastructure makes it difficult for them to access some areas. Insecurity, family commitment, negative influence of science and technology. Question 4A. The political background to Nehemiah. The kingdom of Judah had been taken over by Babylon. The Babylonians had destroyed the walls of the city, the temple, and Jerusalem. The royal court of officials were deported. That is, they were exiled to Babylon. Persia conquered Babylon. So the Jews came under the control of the Persians. The Persian kings ruled the subjects through governors. The conquered people were to pay tribute to Persia. The Persian king, who was Cyrus, allowed the Jews to return to Judah in 3 stages. Nehemiah led the third group of Jews back to Judah. The Jews in exile returned to Judah in 3 stages. 4B. Occasions when Nehemiah prayed. Nehemiah prayed when he got a bad report from the Jews that Jerusalem was in ruins. When he was about to ask for permission from King Artaxerxes I to go to Judah and rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. When Sanballat ridiculed the rebuilding of the wall. When Sanballat, Tobiah, Ammonites threatened to fight the people of Jerusalem. He prayed for God's favor after having fortified his position of food as governor for 12 years. When he had purified the rooms in the house of God, after warning the people against ignoring the Sabbath law, after he had stopped the Israelites from intermarrying with foreigners, when he was forcefully accused of treason, or rather planning rebellion. Question 4C. Question 5C. Importance of prayer in the life of a Christian. Prayer is a way of communicating with God. Through prayer, Christian faith in God is strengthened. Christians have the opportunity to seek for forgiveness through prayer. Through prayer, Christians thank God for blessings received. Christians ask God for their needs through prayers. They use prayer to intercede for others. Prayers are made in obedience to the teachings of Jesus. It is a way of emulating the example set by Jesus. Christians adore God through prayer. Prayers promote unity among believers to seek God's guidance. Question 6A. How the aged in traditional African communities prepare their family members before they die. Inviting the family members to share a common meal. Identify the leader of the family. disclosing to the members all the property owned, sharing the property among family members, giving advice to family members, blessing the family members, reconciling family members, identifying debtors and also identifying creditors, identifying the burial site. Question 6b. Traditional African understanding of spirits. Spirits are invisible, that is, they do not have a physical form. Spirits are more powerful than human beings. They are believed to be residing in caves. Spirits can acquire physical form. That is, they can take a form of a bird or animal. Spirits have the ability to enter human beings and convey messages. Spirits act as mediators between God and human beings. Spirits change according to the circumstances. That is, they can neither bring harm or good. 6c. The responsibility of the living towards ancestors in the traditional African community. Naming children after them, pouring libations for them, taking care of their graveyards, making sacrifices to honor them, communicating to them in times of need, involving them in ceremonies, invoking their names during prayers, transmitting their wishes by holding commemoration ceremonies for them, managing their property wisely, building shrines for them, teaching children about them. Did you understand? Kindly let me know in the comment section below. Also, let me know what video I can look at tomorrow. Thanks a lot for subscribing and listening to me. God bless you.